Bonjour, Hui says Sandy. Alright. Okay, so a quick thing for today is that before we go out, we're gonna do our weekly check, and yeah, that's it. So watch clothes, right? So I did say we can only, we just hold 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks once, and usually what I want to do is I want to wash every time I get paid. So today, next week is payday. Okay, you know what? It doesn't matter. 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks. I want to try to stagger in between some of them, and we want to check for some coins because I need to pay some by cash in order to get some coins. We do have some coins, just not enough. Yep. Okay, let's begin today's Saturday's vlog, or first recap. Tomorrow I'm gonna go skiing / snowboarding, so that's a no. I mean, I have to. I was thinking maybe I should not go, but I decided it is much better to do so. And first thing first, financial. Okay, let's start off with a little financial recap because that's more important than everything. Not saying more important. Normally I recap during payday, right? Because that's where we can do a lot of things. But because of the collectibles that was available since last Saturday and until tomorrow, this one I have to recap. I have to be very, very precise. Okay, so I got some datas here, read a little bit. Internet paid this week. That's why I realized that, hey, how come my money is so little? And I realized, oh yes, bills is 140 for me. Okay, 140 per month. That's internet, not yet count electricity, but electricity we are doing good, so that's about $40-50 ish. Okay, so I know I try to reduce, but this one is more of a continuation. Is that I am buying comic books. Unfortunately, we bought too much. We bought it on expensive. I could have gotten easily 2 more books. Yeah, I could have gotten 2, but I could have ended up with 4 books, but ended up with 2 books. That's the sad one. And as predicted, I did say it might cost $120, but now since I bought 2, 160, so $40 more. Yeah, correct. 20 each book. So yeah. Anyway, but that one we will have some story time, but that's the current week expenditure plus $120 as the Popeye thing. Also need to address. So that's in the financial term. Okay, and that's it. Very fast and simple. Fridge, we have scallops, so on one end we are good. I haven't opened this one up yet, but yeah, look at that. Anyway, no, let's not dabble to that. Luncheon meat. So in terms of the meat department, we need to get 1 box. That's why we are going to see if we can get a cheap box. If we cannot get a cheap box, then we need to figure out a way how to restock fish, restock this. That's a lot of restock. Yeah, the meat department. And can we get some cheese, bacon, fromage? No, fromage is cheese, yeah. Right. So in terms of that, that's that. Pepperoni, we are doing good. That's great. We have enough of this. This is great. Sausages, if we can get, then we'll get. Yeah, today's expenditure is going to be a little bit. Actually, this week is very high. That's the reason why I want to do this financial. Gonna throw this. Okay, so that's as far as food is concerned. Nothing new in the house, which is fantastic. Always good. And I think, what else do I miss out? I think that's about it. Oh yeah, I got that fancy little dust mop. So we're gonna clean the house every week for sure. Every week. See, the thing is, if I don't spend $120, right? In that's the case. Let's say I spend 160, that's 200 Canadian dollars, easy. Yeah, that's easy 200 Canadian dollars because 50, no, it's more. It's actually more than that because of I'm getting extra tax because I'm not paying 120, okay, let's say I assume, right? I'm not just paying $160 for the whole 6 comic books, okay? It's not just that. It's $160 plus tax in dollars, which amount to about $200. Crazy, right? Yeah, it makes no sense, but that's roughly how much I'm paying. Because $200 plus tax and everything, it weighs up to 300 Canadian dollars. Does it make sense? Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Okay, so I'm dressed up. I'm dressed to impress. Got everything, and let's head on out. Like I said, today is gonna be a very short one. And oh yeah, I need to get a roller because I need to clean the dust here, and I need to get a feather duster. Yeah, because last week we got the mop. This week is feather duster plus the roller, the dust roller. Yeah, I think that's it. I really need to find a way to do the extension cord. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Okay, that's nice. That's a nice camper van. Okay, so anyway, let's begin. Parlons, non. Aujourd'hui, aujourd'hui c'est samedi. Parlons en français. Je ne peux pas parler français pendant la français. Où est l'on? Nous serons-nous les épicéries? Le ciel est bleu and clair. Est-ce un jeu norvégien? Est-ce un jeu? No. Est-ce un journey ensoleillé? Okay, we have not been using it's a sunny day. Il est midi, il est 7 heures. No, il est midi, il est 3. That's one. What else? Vang and un. No, Vang and un already. Vang and du, Vang and trois. Vang and trois. I think it's 20. Okay, I've forgotten what's the date today. Because I was thinking, oh no, Vang and un. No, Vang and du. Vang du, not Vang and un. Vang du, 22 of January. Janvier, yeah. I think that's how it's pronounced. January. And what else? Okay, if you realize lately I've not been doing any of the French lessons at the end because we're not getting back like so 2 days ago. No excuse, okay? Today we're gonna recap as much as we can. So 2 days ago, GoPro battery went dead, so forgot to record when I recharged them. Yesterday, when I get back, it was time to get ready for streaming, so I didn't do it. So that's 2 things that we did not do. Not good. But at the same time, we've been putting my hours, right? I'm putting my hours into game development and so forth, so yeah. Again, so yeah, the more I use so, the more it becomes a taboo, not say taboo word, but it becomes an overused word, and becomes something that people can point out easily. Just don't like it. So we try to reduce this as much as we can and use it as a new sentence every time I speak. Also just realized the battery's gonna go dead pretty soon. So I'll stagger the recording as much as I can. And yeah. So as I was saying, we are gonna go grab some meat. I did branch it out. So anything that's meat related, meat, wholesale. I did bring my wallet this round, so haha. We're gonna grab that. If we can get discounted sausages and meat, we'll pick it up right away. If we can score some seafood, we'll pick it up right away. We need to start eating our scallops, so okay, that part I can let it slide. We're gonna substitute. Oh no, we can. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna buy beef for this week. We're gonna finish up at least 1 packet of scallop for dinner. Of course, we're gonna ration it out as much as we can. Yeah, I think that'll be good. That will be good. Ration it out. Yeah. So containers, we have containers. That's great. We can definitely split it up for a week for sure. So that's that. Now the next part is what else? you know what? No matter how I run, I'll still talk finance anyways, because it is this year's goal for me to at least earn some money, if not learn. If actually no, the best case scenario for me is to earn and learn. Worst come to worst, learn and break even. In this case, we have not been cashing out anything. So if you ask me, hey, why don't I cash out? Why don't I do short-term flips, short-term sales and stuff? The answer is because I need to get rid of one habit, which is keep on holding and hope that it goes up, 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 up. And in the end of the day, if it doesn't go up, I wasted time and money. Time is money, okay? In this case, time is money. Now I have to recalculate my collectible, the money I spend for my collectibles, because I think it's not. I think it is time to offload some of it. And being said, I did say I I did try to get into like Popeye NFT and all those things. I have to make a very conscious decision right now, and I think I can do it officially. I should reduce my expenditure as much as I can for not say spend for other collectibles, other projects, but we need to keep it in check. That's for sure. And the Popeye NFT, as much as I earn a little bit, again, I have not sell anything yet, so I've not earned anything, so that needs to change a little bit. And if I don't sell anything, technically I'm on a loss, which is bad. Yeah, which is bad. Still waiting for next month. Again, I cannot talk anything about the NFT yet, because it's promise is a promise, and I will not talk until next month. Yeah, it is interesting though. Ooh, nice cityscape. So that's that for, yeah, I need to dwindle down my project scope. Like I only can focus two. One is the one that I'm not gonna talk about it at the moment, and one for the collectible. So that's two. So right now 2 is just enough. If I branch out to Popeye and other everything else, then it's crazy. So I'm gonna stop looking at those and narrow it down, and then just focus those for this year. And of course I need to buy some coins, crypto coins. That is it's a long term, but that one is a bit different, because now everything goes on a dip. It is actually a very good time to get into it, like get some and then park it for a side. And those are the things. See, the thing is, like some of the NFT that I bought, like sure it is $120, 60, 120, 150. I think in total is 70, 79, 80 times 260 Canadian dollars. It's one of those things that is a one-time purchase, and I'll just park it until the next 10, 20 years. That's one. Another one is I bought this Popeye NFT is to do a video about it and see whether if we really do earn money or it's just a waste of time. That's another thing. Last but not least, today I need to send money back to Malaysia. Actually, supposed to send money back last week to Malaysia per se. Yeah, should have done that. Anyway, I'm going to double check a few things, check my finances, make sure it's healthy. Right now, I think it's not. I'm in the red. Okay. Yes, that's the main topic for today. Is that every investment that I made so far, everything is going to the red. Right? Red means bad. Green is good. In terms of the charts, I still own the assets, but the assets going down in value. And to me, right now, I think this is the best scenario or the best example to put out, because it's fresh right now, is that sure, certain assets that you buy or I buy, okay, for example, car, house, land, whatever it is, toys, sure, we might not get back in value, okay, so we're gonna go the other way around. Instead of collectibles that I buy, like, the ones that I buy might go up in value, it will go up in value over time. Okay, we don't care about that, we care about now. Now, is that, yeah, for car, when we buy, let's say you buy a $60,000 car. Here is a bit cheaper than Malaysia, so I'm going to use $100,000 car or 100,000 ringgit, because 100,000 ringgit in Malaysia, you actually can get a decent car. To be honest, you can get a decent car, and so in Malaysia it's a bit different. So again, I'll always keep reminding myself if I keep saying the word so. In Malaysia, car, 100k. It's a decent. I mean, it's really a decent car. Right, 100k here. It's a very good car. Like almost top of the line. That's a big difference because yeah, that what makes me a bit sad in Malaysia because like for example, my V, right, the car that I used to drive, my V, it costs around 60 grand, 60,000 ringgit Malaysia, and that is about 60 divided by 3 in Canada, so 20 grand here. So it's basically a low end, not say low end, entry level car per se. And that car serves me very well, like 60k, that's fantastic. Drive everywhere, looks good, I mean, small, great, everything. Oh, battery's running low. So yeah, and if I use it every day, 60 grand, in my opinion, it's not a big issue because I use it every single day. That's the utility part. Sure, when I sell the car, it has no value. Okay, car in Malaysia, when you sell second-hand, actually no, car is technically called a liability. It's not an asset, it's a tool. So when you sell a tool, it always goes down in value. Land, on the other hand, is an asset because you can spend 100,000 today. Sure, you might buy like for example, if it's 100k, $100,000 land today, it is expensive, it is hard to get. No, I wouldn't say okay, I'll say $1 million. Alright, $1 million land today, it's hard to get, it's expensive. You don't see why you spend $1 million, but again, next 10-20 years, next generation, it costs, I mean, it will grow. It will grow. And the best part about land, utility. If you buy a plantation or a farming land, yeah, you can earn. That's how awesome some of this, I mean, that's the only layman terms I can put. Assets, right? Assets. You want to buy long-term assets. Same goes with the crypto digital world. Buying assets and then sell. Now the assets has to be utility as well. I can't just buy and keep it because if I do that, might as well just buy gold and keep it somewhere because you can't use it. You can either buy and store, which I don't want. As much as I can for this year, I don't want to buy and store items because if not, I'll just buy gold. Simple as that. Yep. Anyway, battery's running low, so I'm gonna cut short and see you later. Anyway, being said, yeah, we need to differentiate whether our digital collectibles is an asset or a liability. Yeah, that's... So I think that's about it for all this financial talk. Yeah, it's basically getting used to having assets, right? Assets that does not depreciate, aka toys. And okay, back on the move again, and well, I went back home, changed to a fresh battery. Luckily I had 2 more spare battery to play around, and I think that's great. So being said, having extra batteries is a good analogy for having spares. I don't know how to put it this way. It is good that we have spares, alright? So this way we can go back quickly, do a quick change and then come out and record. So this analogy applies to buying and selling stuff. So because we have access to extra funds per se, that was I think for the past few days of vlog, and we can buy straight away, and that's great. And now we're going to talk about so just now earlier on we talked about assets, right? Assets and liabilities, and I know there's a few ideas bouncing back and forth, and I think, not to say I should go 100% commitment all in. That's bad news. We want to convert more into assets instead of hard cash, but at the same time, you know, for the past few days I've been whining and feeling not so great because all these things. But after watching a few videos, hearing a few talks, the original motivation and idea is still the same. I am very uncomfortable with big money, like money that I cannot hold and see, but for some reason putting in bank makes me feel safer. That doesn't make sense, right? Now, So this one I basically just went for a walk. Basically I just need to go for a walk, clear my mind, figure out a strategy, and etc. And the answer for today is yes, we want to put money on assets, not on liabilities. So assets are, if you want tangible products, so all assets and tangible products is always and has been land. Land is number one. Number two, if you want to build up wealth and everything, land and a company, right? So this is the best part in Canada is you can gel both of them, and it's fantastic. So you can have, okay, this part is going to be tough to cross. So we're going to cross down the road. Yeah, we're going to cross down there. The main reason is we don't have traffic lights, and not to say I don't like, but we want to be safe. Being said, we need to get a driving license, and if I were to buy a car, so that analogy this morning or this afternoon, okay, now it's about 2 o'clock, Ili Duzar, no, it's 3 o'clock, Ili Twaza. Also, yeah, also, I want to say, I almost say so, but good thing, good catch. Yes, so being said, come on. In the end, I think what have I been planning, it's the correct move. I think, right? I don't know whether it's wrong. Yeah, I hope it's a correct move. We really do. We want to build up assets. Okay, anyway, we're gonna move forward. We're not gonna dilly-dally here. Very simple. If I want to do anything with this type of things, if I want to be stupid with money, right? For sure, I am being stupid with money. We need to fulfill at least the first two criteria. And that is, first, do we have enough savings for a rainy day? Check. Number two, have we paid off our main liabilities like bills, debts and everything? If the answer is yes, okay, you can be a bit stupid with money. In this case, I am. And I just sent back $1,000 to Malaysia because I have to. Primary objective is still trying to finish, primary objective is to at least pay 50% of my debt. Student loan debt. That's priority number one, no matter how I see it. Well, at least we did our primary two objective. Okay, so in my opinion, that's what you call this? Financial planning well done. I don't know how to put it this way, but in this case, yes, we did good. We did what we're supposed to do, which is fantastic. Then moving on is strategy for, okay, so the next part, I remember I said last year, is that so once we do our liabilities payment, we make sure we have enough money in the emergency funds. The next part is we want to create a few budgets. So one, we want to put into high yield savings. Yeah, unfortunately high yield savings is taxable, so I need to monitor how much my tax is for this year. It's gonna be a little bit spicy. Yeah, hopefully I pay lower than the rest. Yeah. If my, not to say my rent, no, we need to check whether our returns for high yield savings is still worth it, parking in money over there. That's also another thing. Another thing I keep going back and forth is oh great, I was thinking of something else. Okay, put it this way, because my feelings I hate to use this, but my feelings, I hate to lose, let's say lose, like for example I overpaid for the comic book. That feeling stucks in me longer than things that I've bought and then they raise up in value, right? Those are things like, yeah, I score something so I can buy a little bit more, but no, yeah, I mean it has a little bit like I want to buy more, but when I buy a new one and it becomes lousy, so mental note, I cannot win every day, that's for sure. I cannot win. Yeah, anyway, now we are going to go for our second round of grocery shopping for tomorrow, skiing. And the main, I'll not say not the main reason, skiing is something I have to do as much as I can. Okay, that's my guilty pleasure. And if I were to spend money favorably, like throwing money, I'm thinking throwing money to sports that I can enjoy and you know, not say enjoy, at least something that helps me get outdoor and practice. like physical activity, I think that's perfect. Yeah, that's money well spent, in my opinion. Money well spent. Okay, that's all I have for you for today. It's the evening at 4 o'clock. So Undo Tua Kator, Ili Kator, that's 4 o'clock. Yeah, I don't go to the gym, so outdoor activity, I have to do it. Well. We're gonna learn some French later at night. Hopefully. If not, je te repeat the main. Yup.